Happy Sunday! What are we doing today? Well, let me tell you. Of course, I'm doing laundry, babysitting Jack, and I am making a loaf of sourdough bread, which I normally do on Sundays. And I am also making some taco meat and maybe sloppy joe. We'll see how much meat I get out of this. I put 2 packages of ground beef in my Instapot and 2 packages of venison. It is ground, both of them are both ground, and I've got them in the pressure cooker because they were frozen, of course. I never remember to take stuff out of the freezer. So I'm going to get that cooked, and I'm going to chop it up nicely, and then I'm going to get that into some jars with either my homemade taco seasoning, which I've got a video on that, and I've got a video on the sloppy joe seasoning. So I'm going to decide what I want to do when I see how much meat I actually have, because it's just me and Jay, so I don't need to get a whole bunch on the shelf, but it would be nice to have some taco meat and some sloppy joe on the shelf, and chili in the future. I definitely want to get some chili on the shelf. So stay tuned and I'll show you what we're doing. So it pressure canned for about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, maybe 12, and it is not fully cooked. I took it out of the pressure canner, and now I am, what do I want to say? I'm mashing it up, getting it into smaller chunks, because it came out in like a log, of course, because it pressure canned, and now I'm just chopping it up so that it's, looks a lot more palatable. And this is what you've got. So as you can see, it still has pink in it. Oh, there's the phone. Alrighty, back to you now. It is, so I'm chopping it up into smaller pieces, and then we're going to go ahead, put it into our jars with some seasoning, and we are going to pressure can that for 90 minutes. That's why I'm not worried about it still being pink. I am not cooking this meat in my frying pan. I just put it in there so that I could chop it up. So what we did was we put 4 pounds of ground meat into the pressure canner. We pressure canned it for about 10 minutes because it was frozen. I don't want to cook it the whole way. I just wanted to get some of the blood out of the meat so I don't have all of that in my final product. So now I'm going to get my jars ready and get some seasonings on this, and we'll get it pressure canned. I have the meat in the jars, and I've added my liquid to about a little bit more than halfway, and then I've put my homemade taco seasoning in my jars. Now I'm going to clean the rims, and I'm going to add my flats and my screw-on lids, and we'll get them pressure canned for 75 minutes. Again, this is 75 minutes because I went with the smaller jars. I did not do quarts. I'm doing pints. The canner is done. We got 7 quarts of taco meat coming out, and they are pinging. As soon as I took the lid off the canner, they were pinging. So that is beautiful. Okay, get some taco meat on your shelves. Give me a like, a share, a follow, and God bless.